Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. So, over the weekend, Dan Bongino lets out this tweet. He's shooketh to his core about what he's seeing. You would think that would be him talking about Jeffrey, but no, that's not what shook him to his core. Weird, because there was 10,000 hours of video and it was all disgusting, but that's not what shook him at his core. There's something else that shook him at his core. We can't know what that is. But he did release a tweet letting us know that he is shook to his core about what's going on and that we can't run a republic like this. I don't know, guys. And I know that in some way he's referring to everything that's happening with Obama, the Russian hoax. We got him. Somebody has to get prosecuted for this. I don't know about you. I'm not feeling like much is gonna happen. Sad to say, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't. Do you feel like something's about to happen? Like some arrests are gonna be made? I've been waiting for arrests to be made for a long time. Even with Doge and Elon Musk, they were like, we found fraud. You did? Okay. Well, don't leave us like Maxwell here. If you found it, it has to be attached to somebody. Oh, no, don't worry. Don't worry. We recovered the money. I remember Elon Musk said that they found $2 billion that was lost. They recovered it. Good. Who lost it? Who put it somewhere where no one else could find it? What happened? What's her name? Stacey Abrams? She had this thing. Trump even said her NGO was like, it had like $100. And then all of a sudden it got infused with like $2 billion. Okay. Did she go to jail? Who gave her the money? Do they go to jail? Who's going to jail? I don't know, man. I'm going to have Benny Johnson read out the tweet and talk a little bit about it. He also has an interview with Senator Josh Hawley, and we'll hear a little bit of what they have to say. Let's jump in
the real world. Yesterday, we talked to you about this cryptic tweet that had gone thermonuclear viral from Dan Bongino. He said that he'll never be the same after uncovering something very dark and sinister, corruption inside of the FBI. Here's the post. You can see that it has properly gone viral.
I just have to say, the only person on YouTube that can say that something went thermonuclear viral is Benny Johnson. No one else can get away with that. No one else. Anyone else says that, you're hitting the unsubscribe button. Benny says it, and we're like, okay, let's hear what this is. He's the only one that can say it. No one else can say that. You'd look ridiculous otherwise.
20 million views, nearly 43,000 reposts, and 210,000 likes. During my tenure here as Deputy Director of the FBI, I've repeatedly relayed that there are things happening that you might not be able to see, but they're happening. The Director and I are committed to stamping out public corruption and political weaponization of both law enforcement and the intelligence operations. Pay attention to this last part. It'll come in handy. It's a priority for us. But what I have learned over the course of our properly predicated and necessary investigations into the aforementioned matters, that would be intelligence operations and federal law enforcement weaponization against political enemies, has shocked me to my very core. We cannot run a republic like this. I'll never be the same after learning what I've learned. We're going to conduct these righteous and proper investigations by the book and in accordance with the law. We are going to get to the answers we all deserve. As with any investigation, I cannot predict where it will land, but I can promise you that it will be a dignified effort at the truth, not my truth, not your truth, the truth. God bless America and those who defend her. Respectfully, Dan Bongino. So what we seized on yesterday was that this was an intel operation using federal law enforcement in order to destroy the deep state's political enemies. Well, that obviously points to only one thing. And while there are shades of the Epstein saga that may have something to overlap with this, the major news out of the FBI has been the bombshell Russiagate hoax documents that are classified and unclassified that have hit a strike force inside of the FBI. Now, this strike force is composed of Dan Bongino and Kash Patel. And we were reading the tea leaves yesterday as we watched someone who's done communication work for Kash Patel, Erica Knight, somebody who's very close with Kash and Dan, share this. And this is a fascinating little piece of media. The man who exposed the Russia hoax is now the FBI director and the one who's reviewing criminal referrals from Tulsi Gabbard. Told you so. bit of a flex here by Erica as she shares this piece of media, Kash Patel connecting all of the dots in the Russiagate hoax. Now, you'll recall that it was Kash Patel who uncovered the hoax in the first place, working for Devin Nunes. He's been waiting for this moment his entire life, but certainly for the last 10 years. And they did this in 2017, 2018, when President Trump was being impeached for being a Russian agent, right? So this is just one piece of evidence. I'll play you this video in just a moment, but there's another also massive piece of evidence. Dan Bongino quote tweeted this tweet, and he only engaged with this tweet one time, and most people missed it, but we didn't. And here's the quote tweet, just an article. That article links out here to a Just the News story on how the intel community assessment was false, how everything.
Just arrest the people. Like, am I wrong about this? Am I wrong? You don't need to quote tweet and do all, just go arrest the people. Do the work and go. Like, he releases a tweet saying he'll never be the same after seeing what he's seen. And then he says that you can't run a republic like this. I like that he referred to it as republic. A lot of people don't do that, you know. Big difference between, a republic and a democracy. This is actually quite the difference that a lot of people don't talk about too often. I actually learned that from the comment section throughout the years I've been doing this. A lot of people would talk about that and be correcting me in what I was saying. And then when I looked into it and watched the video, which someone in the comment section suggested to me, I learned there's a huge difference. Huge difference. So cool that he called it that. But I don't know, guys. I don't know if anything's going to happen. You know what this is like? You know what this is starting to feel like to me? UAPs. Like, I've been covering UAPs a lot on the other channel, and it feels the same. Like, there's always this disclosure, and it's like, I saw a thing from a person, and I can't tell you who it is, but believe me, they're high up. And what they told me that they've seen, maybe, is quite a discovery. And it's like, okay, man, like, just show me the little green body. That's it. Just show me the little green body, all right? All right, if it's a Nordic person and they're all tall and pale, okay, show me that. Show me gray alien. Show me something. This is kind of the same thing. Like, is anything... Because I saw an article the other day, and they're like, the presidential immunity that Trump fought for is now going to protect Obama. And Trump was reported saying that Obama owes him big because of that. So it's like, and I kind of know this, but also it's becoming more and more in the face that it's like they just set up this system where all of them can do wrong and none of them can ever have accountability put on them. That's what it seems like. There's always going to be these guys that are doing things wrong. Comey, Clapper, Brennan, they all colluded. They did this thing. They did it to Trump. They know that they did it. Trump's the president, and he knows that this happened. He can't just maybe it's out of bounds in my mind. I feel like if I was president, I'd reach down. There'd be no, Dan's like, Mr. President, I'm going to release this tweet about how I'll never be the same again. And Pam Bondi's like, well, I have this desk and I put things on my desk from time to time, so I'll tell them about my desk again. I'd be like, get the fuck. I'd be like, bring them to me. You know they did it? Tulsi. Bring them to me. What's going on? Let's do a press conference. Bring all these people. I'm going to have them all arrested. Where are the military guys? Bring those guys in here. Hey, guys, you're going to arrest some people today. You guys ready? Okay, good. Maybe I'd just be a terrible president. I'd be a little too emotional. I'd be like, this is crazy. What do you mean? That's enough. You have all the evidence, all of it, and it's real. Okay. Put them all in jail. I just opened a place called Alligator Alcatraz. I'd be out of control. Okay, guys, this is getting really silly. Okay? I really wish you were Matt Gaetz, Pam. I really wish you were Matt Gaetz. Cash, Dan, I don't know what's going on, but overall, you're making me look bad. I can't have it. I can't have it, okay? So bring me Comey, bring me Clapper, bring me Brennan, I don't care how old he is, march him in here. And you all, are you Green Berets? Go get Green Berets. I like Green Berets. I like when they come in. 2 Navy SEALs, 5 Green Berets, please. Okay? And they're going to arrest these people, okay? Because we can't have these people walking around anymore. Something. It's getting ridiculous now. How long is this going to go on? How long are you going to hear about this person did this and it's incredibly against the law? On to the next news cycle. Like, what? Maxwell might get a pardon? They're like, Maxwell turned on 100 people. How many years has it been? How long has she had this information? What's going on? I didn't sign up for a soap opera here. You know? I'm not looking to watch Days of Our Lives. I'm looking to watch Oz. You remember the jail movie, the jail show, Oz? I'm looking to watch Oz. That's what I want. That's the reality show I'm trying to see right now. I'm not trying to see Days of Our Lives. Okay? I'm looking to see Oz. I want to see Obama shacked up with Adebisi, and Adebisi has his hat halfway on, and he's like, hello, how are you? Come here. You have soft skin. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? I'm looking for Schillinger to walk up to Comey and be like, you know where you're at right now? Drop your pants. I'm looking for that show. Okay? I don't know about everybody else. That's my TED Talk. Let's move on to the next clip. Let's go. This is Benny talking with Josh Hawley. I really like Josh Hawley. I got to be honest. He pushes really hard whenever he's in these congressional hearings. He's always pushing for the truth. I like him quite a bit. Let's see what he has to say.
Senator. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's great to be with you. I think we're witnessing something truly extraordinary here, which is the attempt by an outgoing president to directly undermine, if not undo, the results of a Democratic election that his party lost. I mean, the truth is that the bottom line is he didn't like Trump. Trump won in 2016. Obama didn't like him. Brennan didn't like him. Hillary hated him, of course. And so they tried to do everything they could to undermine him, if not destroy him, including using the power of the CIA, the FBI. Let's not forget, months before these intelligence memos and these laundered reports were written and then released, months before that, the FBI had gone to a secret court, the FISA court, and tried to get wiretaps on the Trump campaign based on that fake Steele dossier that Hillary Clinton's campaign wrote. So this was a months-long, really, when you put it all together, it's almost years-long effort by the Obama administration and other Democrat Party officials to directly undermine Donald Trump, to prevent him from getting elected, to interfere in the election when that didn't work, then to try and destroy him, get him impeached. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in American history. I don't know of another incident like this in American history. You want to talk about something that is a threat to our democracy? These Democrats, used to talk about threat to democracy. Get a mirror, guys. I mean, there's no one who has undermined our Republican form of government more than these people and what they've tried to do.
Senator, you've been so big on accountability in the Senate. There's a lot of Republicans who yap and talk and dangle a shiny fishing lure in front of us, and there's really no bait on it. And so my question to you is this. Obviously, now that this has been laid plain for the American people, the commenters in this audience want to know what happens next. What does accountability truly look like?
Well, first of all, these people ought to be prosecuted for perjury at the very least. I mean, let's not forget, Brennan was trotted up to Congress multiple times, said under oath, oh, yeah, the evidence was very clear. James Comey. These are folks who have testified now. They've taken an oath and they've testified in public that they didn't do anything wrong, that they were merely reporting the evidence, that this data was solid. These are, of course, all the same people who then went on to lie about the Hunter Biden laptop in 2020. Same playbook, same thing. Just outright lie to the American people, get the media to do your bidding. Of course, in 2020, they used censorship as well by all of the tech companies and the media companies. But people need to be accountable here. People need to go to jail for this. I mean, if you can just undermine our elections, if in America now, you can just say, I didn't like the outcome of that election. I think maybe I'm just going to go and try to get it overturned. I think maybe I'm going to go get the FBI and the CIA to go investigate the incoming president, get him wiretapped, get his associates wiretapped, get them impeached multiple times. I mean, what separates us then from some third world country? What becomes of our Constitution? It'll be in shreds. No, there's got to be real accountability here. Real accountability means there needs to be prosecutions.
From a position here on the Judiciary Committee, you're obviously in a position of great strength here, and I know you've done some major breaking news on Merrick Garland. I want to get to that, but do you expect there to be a full Senate investigation here? Do you expect there to be perhaps you calling back in Comey. We have the tape. It's too long to play the number of lies that Comey, Brennan, and Clapper have told before committees like yours. We have like 9 minutes of lies, Senator. And so will you be calling them back in? Perhaps will you be calling Barack Obama in to testify as to what he knew?
I would love to have Senate hearings. I think the more that we can expose this and bring it out into the light, transparency is fantastic. But Benny, I want to go back to something that you said just a second ago. At the end of all of that process, there needs to be action. Yes. And there's a huge value in getting the lies exposed. There's a huge value in getting these people exposed for what they did so that it never happens again. But there needs to be, on the back end of that, there needs to be some action. And right now, we have the Department of Justice. Right now, we have the U.S. attorneys, because thank goodness Donald Trump was reelected, and he is now putting in rule of law prosecutors back where they belong. We need the rule of law here. I'm sick and tired, and I think every American who believes in the Constitution is sick and tired of these two tiers of justice. That is what we have had for years. We talk about it in regard to the 2020 election, in regard to what they did to Trump at Mar-a-Lago, the raid, all of that stuff, the bogus prosecutions. But you and I both know it goes way back farther than that. We're seeing it now with this evidence. It's way earlier than that. We're talking about years now of treading our Constitution, two tiers of justice. We've got to put an end to that.
Senator, what's your take on President?
So what's going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen? I honestly don't think anything's going to happen. Sadly, I would be shocked if all of a sudden Comey got arrested. Comey, Clapper, because apparently Obama somehow has presidential immunity. You know, again, this was a thing from Trump, so he actually said he owes me big for that. But I'd be shocked if those guys got, you know, even as we're listening to the clip, they're like, you know, like, is there going to be an investigation? What? The DNI said, here's the evidence, and we have all the evidence. Again, maybe I'd be a terrible leader. Maybe some blue-haireds would call me a fascist. Maybe they would. I don't know. A dictator, perhaps they would call me. I don't know. But I think that would be enough for me. I'd be like, is it real, Tulsi? It's real? Okay. Well, and don't worry, sir. In like 4 weeks, we're going to have an investigation. And I don't need any of you guys. What? Put them in jail right now. What are we talking about? Or at least hold them somewhere. At least detain these people. What? I'd be the worst. I'd be the worst president. The president, Coach Colin, has actually arrived with handcuffs in his hands. Handcuffed Barack Obama. I'd call 4 people, just 4 regular people. You ready to make some citizens arrests or what? Let's go do this. Nah, I got all the evidence. Don't even worry about it. You want to see some aliens? Let's go. We're going to take a flying saucer. Yeah, I got one. Of course, I'm the president. Of course I got one. I got 2. You want to drive? You just use your mind. There's no controls. It's really cool. All right, let's go. Flying saucer straight to Barack Obama's. The president has crashed a flying saucer into Barack Obama's estate right where the chef drowned. This is very unusual behavior. Someone in his position. Be terrible. Absolutely terrible. But no, in all seriousness, I don't know that anything's going to happen from all this. I've seen the evidence. I've seen Tulsi talk about the evidence. I've seen Barack Obama. They actually responded. They said that there's no evidence. So investigations are going to happen, although the evidence is already there. So they already have the evidence, yet there's still going to need to be an investigation. The investigation is going to have to prove that they knew all this. They're going to say no, and then there's just going to be no accountability. That's how I see it. I mean, after what happened with the whole Jeffrey thing, I don't know, man. It just seems like they've built this I don't want to say society. I just want to say like this machine where they can do whatever they want, even if it's against the law. Then one side will call out the other side. They go through some investigations, all to make one side look bad before midterms so the other side can maintain power. And then that's it. And there's no accountability. Once they get the power, they go, okay, don't worry about that. And it just keeps cycling over and over and over again. And the only people who, get the short end of the stick are, general population. The people who are really outraged about this whole thing. Because at the end of the day, I like Josh Hawley. I like him. I think he's great. Great senator. But I don't think any of these guys are really surprised. I don't really think. How can Dan Bongino be like, I can't believe it? Guy's been covering the deep state for the longest time, and he used to work in the deep state. He worked for Obama. What type of stuff did he see under Obama? This is the stuff that's stopping his heart right now? I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think. But honestly, I keep seeing it in the comment sections. Every time there's something about this, there's always somebody who makes a comment and they say they have an arrow pointing towards the like button. And they say, nothing's going to happen button. And people are always clicking that in high numbers. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here.